Hey guys, so this video or this very content is an ode to the Fujifilm X100V. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Uh, so glad to be here. First off, I should start by saying thank you so much to you for subscribing and for engaging my content. The show of love from the previous post was immense. I'm really so grateful. Thank you. Someone said something um, that related to the previous post, and he said, last time we spoke about our discussion was on passion, and he said that in line of what I was talking about, the he thinks to be an outlier. I mean, I don't know if you've seen the book Outlier, how it's the minimum requirements that you spend, like aside other things that should work out, but the minimum required from your own side, from your own effort, should be at least you spend 10,000 hours practicing that thing, or be it an art or whatever it is, that you've spent minimum of 10,000 hours practicing it. And he said that's literally obsession. So basically, you can't gain mastery over what you're not obsessed about, and you can't be obsessed about what you're not passionate about. So literally, he more like connected the dots, that it's passion, obsession, mastery. And I thought that made sense. It was interesting to like it was an interesting take on what we spoke about the last time. Ah, this camera is such a beautiful piece. Like, I know they say that the pen is in the hand of a writer, the pen writes, you get. So it's not so much about the pen but the writer when you're looking at writing, for instance. So it's not so much about the camera but the photographer. But it pays when the camera doesn't get in the way of your vision. It pays when the pen doesn't get in your way. It pays when your tool doesn't get in the way of your work. So this camera is it for me. It literally doesn't get in the way of my work. It's nearly it's like an extension of my sight, of my vision, of my eyes. So it's beautiful to have something this first of this small. I should say what actually got my attention, what literally drew me into this world of Fujifilm is the size, how small the gears are. So it's not just that it's small, it's how effective they are as well. So having moved all the way from the XE1 to the Fujifilm X100V, it's been quite a journey. I mean, from the XE1 to the XT1 to the X Pro 2, now to this guy. I know there are other cameras that seem a bit bigger now, and literally they pack more function, but this guy is like it's a complete it's a complete model of Fujifilm's the excellence in Fujifilm brand. I'll link up a video here. I think you should watch. The name of the video is the title is Camera Punk. I think it would watching it will take you to the mind of the people behind this brand. It's something I think like I highly recommend you seeing it. Brilliant. It's such a beautiful piece. I mean, just take a look. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Like it's so amazing. So first off, I should say it's a rangefinder style kind of camera, and it's stylish. You can't miss it. Like it's a conversation starter, literally. This is I got this camera last year October, and it's officially 1 year since I've had this baby, and the journey has been sweet, has been interesting, has been reinvigorating, if I should use that word. You know, did I not mention? So I'm a Fujifilm X photographer, and I'm so honored that Hmm. I'm the first ex-photographer in this part of the continent in West Africa, and it's such a huge honor. It's always surreal when your work or your passion or your art is validated by people you actually appreciate or people you respect. So it's a huge honor for me. Like I've been an ex-photographer for quite a while now, for getting to about a year, and I got my first Fujifilm sometime in 2015, the XE1, and since then, before then, I was a photographer, but since I got the XE1, I would say my journey took a different turn. I mean, photography for me went beyond just shooting for daily bread to having a deeper essence behind my work. I mean, I didn't really start my street photography until I got the XE1. And I think it's something I'll share one of the days, how what street photography actually means to me, like the actual real essence behind street photography for me. I know I've spoken about it in a couple of places, but I think it would be nice to have it on this channel as well. So this camera literally reignited that same level of passion I had that first time the Fujifilm X1 entered my hand, and it's such an amazing camera because for everyday photography, like everyday for your everyday camera need, this guy is way perfect. Like um there's the 23 which is the 35 focal length, the 35 focal length of full frame. um Another amazing feature is that at f2 it's crazy sharp. You know, people that use previous models like the X100F, they kept commenting on how, oh, this lens is actually in Mark II, is way better than what they had on the previous camera. Also, this another thing that stands out for me is the ND filter. The fact that this camera has an inbuilt ND filter. So I've had this camera now for a year. I've been to a couple of places with it. I've been to a couple of cities in the country in Nigeria with it. I took it last year to Scotland, to the UK, even this year to the UK. I've shot a couple of projects with it, and I would like to just share some pictures. I would like you to see some of the work I've done with it, some previously seen work and some never before seen work. So I just hope you love it and you enjoy it. This camera is the ish. It's literally the ish. Thank you so much for your time. Ciao. Bye.